Hi, conscious Gemini. Welcome to my channel on Oracle and spirituality. And today it's your reading for the next 15 days. Make sure you check out the description box below because there is everything you need to know about this reading. And for those who don't know me, my name is Gael and I help meaning seekers navigate a more conscious life toward greater happiness. If you want to follow up with your energies and see how it evolve, then make sure you subscribe to my channel and click the bell button for the notifications. And with no further ado, let's start. I'm using the French deck Belline Oracle. Yeah, I was thinking, okay, so I'm talking to a Gemini right now who is in that energy. So in fortune, I have inheritance, the grace, the nativity, cloister, and wisdom. So here in that reading, I have a Gemini who is feeling that way. And okay, so what I want to say first is that this reading I see, it's not necessarily an opposition, but it's kind of an opposition between Saturn and Jupiter. Because I have those two cards, and on the same row I have those two cards, so Saturn and Jupiter, and it's what's crowning the reading is also a Jupiterian card, a Saturnian card. So there is a kind of a dominance of the Saturn energy over the Jupiterian energy. But so the Saturnian energy is more about infortune, not being lucky, not being taken care of, or being abandoned, the lack mentality. So that's more of the Saturn energy, while the Jupiterian energy is more about luck and everything is happening. It's easy. It's a lot of blessings. So I'm not saying that this reading is negative. It's not. This reading is very positive, actually. So even though I said there is more weight to the Saturnian energy, actually the Saturnian cards that we have in that reading are not that bad. Like there are kind of like there is one card that is very positive, actually. So I would not say that it's bad luck. It's not about bad luck, but you're feeling like if you don't have luck in your life, or you're feeling a bit down, or you have this kind of lack mentality where, like, at the moment, not in your life in general, but like for that reading, for the Gemini I'm talking to in that reading, for those 2 weeks, and for that very situation, because you may not have that mindset in other parts of your life, but for that reading and that part of your life that we're talking about, you're not feeling helped, you're feeling abandoned, you're feeling how can I say that? You're feeling that things are not working out for you. Basically, that's exactly what you're feeling. Kind of like you don't deserve, or that other people get blessings but you don't, or something like that. Because I can see the other cards, I can see how they interact with each other, and that's pretty much your mindset at the moment, although it doesn't seem to be reality, it doesn't seem to be accurate, because you have the grace card that is the card of blessings, pure blessings just for you, and it's happening right now in that very moment. But okay, so I'll talk about that later on. And so your energy is this one, and you have another energy in that reading that is the inheritance card that talks about the past experiences, transmutation, transmuting the past, transmuting the negative energies, um, the phoenix, how you say in English, coming up from the ashes or something like that. So also this card makes me think about that. So those two cards together, I have this feeling that it's like, death and rebirth, endings and new beginnings, and yeah, transmutation, and taking some metal and changing it into gold, alchemy. It makes me think of that. So it seems that you may have had some difficult things happening recently, and that's why you're feeling kind of down or not helped or something like that. Because those situations were there for you to transmute, so it's never easy. I'm not saying it's a big thing, or those death and rebirth are part of life, and it happens all the time, all the time, all the time. If you look at the moon cycles, like full moon, you have the endings and completion, and new moon, you have the new beginnings and rebirth, new path. So it happens all the time. So, it may not be big things, because in those readings we always think about the big things we want in our lives, and it may not be talking about that. It may just be little things that happen, all the miracles and little hardships as well that happen on a like a regular basis in our life. So, and it may not even be big things, it can be small things, but it's part of life. So you may have been experiencing a lot of, like, a couple of things that were not easy, and they were there for you to transmute, to have an initiation, to evolve, to grow. And you're receiving help in that endeavor. So if you're not seeing it, look for it. Because I think, as I said, you're not seeing that help. Maybe you think it's something big and you expect something, enormous, but it may be just a small thing that is actually very significant. In fact, it may actually be very significant, and it's actually true help. And this type of help is not given equally to everyone. Like, it's when someone needs it, it just comes full on. And you are receiving that help, and then your neighbor or the person next to you may not actually be receiving that help at the moment, and and you're not even seeing it. You're not seeing that you're being helped and guided. And so please look for what is happening in your life that is helping you graciously and gracefully, and that's so moving, that's so beautiful. Once you see it, you'll feel so grateful, so reverent, like, oh my God, it's happening for me, it's happening to me, it's like happening for me, just for me. I'm so lucky. It's wow, I don't even know what to say, because that's so beautiful, like that's just for me. Because this is happening right now, this is your current situation. You may um, you may have intuitions or insights. You may having insights, intuitions, ideas, solutions coming to solve a problem or an issue, like the issue that was making you feel like that, that is making you feel like that. And how it's gonna unfold. So in the next few days, you have the nativity card. So new beginning. I was talking about the moon cycle. So you have the moon also on that card. The beginning, you know, it's connected also to your soul, to your purpose, to your deep desires. And so that's a new path that is opening. In that path, you'll be aligned with yourself, it will be connected to your soul. Nothing is written yet, but that's your duty, or your, I would say, also your freedom to write what you want to write on there. It's something new that will start in some area of your life. Yeah, something new, something innovative, or something, a new chapter, or even a new paragraph, a new line, a new something. But it will not start up like a bang. It's not, you know, because sometimes when we start something new, it's like very active, very hectic, and it's like boom 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 boom, like I do this, very busy, busy here, busy there, busy bee. But it's not going to be that, because how it's gonna unfold then, it's gonna be the cloister. And the cloister can be a negative card in some readings, but in that specific reading, I think it's more aligned with the rebirth, a new birth, a new path, because both can talk about a new birth. And it's kind of spiritual. Also, the sun is a spiritual card. Like, it's that the soul. It's very positive. So I think this card, it's green, you know, there are things growing. So it's going to be a slow birth. You're going to take time in those 2 weeks. It's not going to be very active, but it's good. You're going to take your time. You're going to make sure you align with yourself in that new path that you're taking, and it's gonna be spiritually aligned. So that's great. And the oracle is advising you, that's the wisdom card, it's advising you to listen to your wisdom. We are our own authority, and we have the wisdom within ourselves. So this card is telling you to Listen to your intuition, listen to your insights, to your breakthrough that you are having right now. Listen to your soul for a new beginning, to be aligned with a new beginning. Be perceptive. This reading is not emotional. It's not an emotional reading. It's not full of fire, or it's not full of passion and those kind of things. It's not talking about gut. It's not the gut feeling. It's more on the mental plane, the intuition, but on the mental plane, on the mental body. It's talked about the mental and the spiritual body. So the higher chakras, it's not talking so much about the three lower chakras. Yeah, probably more the head space. But it's very high energetically, like a high vibe. It's very much like you're very much connected to your soul and your path. So you have your wisdom within you. Just listen to it, because right now you're having insight, you're having divine help, and you just need to follow your insights and breakthrough. It's going to set you on a new page or chapter or even new line. So share this reading with another Gemini you know who may benefit this reading. It's a beautiful reading, very high energetically. Also, like the video, subscribe to the channel to follow up with your energies, and I'll see you in 2 weeks' time, or just now if you want to watch another of my videos about your other signs, your sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, or if you're interacting with someone, you may want to check their sign so that you can see the energies, how you interact with your energy, or how your two energies interact with each other. And yeah, have a very, very beautiful day. Bye bye.